Hello, my name is Chris and today I want to talk about confidence, self-esteem and smoking, and about the relationship between the three, about how my own low self-esteem kept me smoking for far too long, how that eroded my confidence, and about how it was only when I got a true understanding and appreciation of my own self-worth that I was able to successfully quit smoking, and in doing so regained all of my natural confidence. Remember growing up, when I was in school, a lot of the anti-smoking messages we received said things like, some people smoke because they think it gives them confidence, and some people smoke because they think it makes them cool, but it doesn't. And yeah, looking back on that, I have to agree, it doesn't, or it didn't for me. Smoking never gave me confidence. In fact, it only eroded what little confidence I had to begin with. And it certainly didn't make me cool. I don't think I've been cool for one day in my whole life. You could put me in a freezer in the middle of the Antarctic and I would still be uncool. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that now. My self-esteem was very low to begin with, right from a very young age. You've seen some of my earlier videos, you've probably heard me talking about how I was quite badly bullied for a very long time in my childhood. And without going into the specifics, it seemed that everywhere I went, the messages I was receiving was, Chris, you are bad, Chris, you are no good, Chris, you are ugly, rotten, smelly, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right. Now, rightly or wrongly, when we're growing up, a lot of how we perceive ourselves and the world around us comes from the messages we received from other people. So if I'm going everywhere and receiving these messages that I am bad and no good, it's no surprise that I took that on board, and that was how I came to see myself, as bad, unworthy, ugly, smelly, rotten, blah, blah, blah. And so it's no wonder that my self-esteem was minuscule to begin with, and no wonder that as I got older, I began to engage in so many self-sabotaging, self-destructive, self-abusive behaviors, like smoking and, abusing alcohol and excessive eating and things like that. And, I don't mean to minimalize or trivialize, people's real traumatic experiences of abuse, but I really can't think of any other way to describe smoking than self-abuse. We don't gain anything from it. All it does is choke us and poison us. And we wouldn't do that to somebody that we loved and cared about, or at least I wouldn't do it to somebody that I loved and cared about. If that person was stood here next to me, I wouldn't dream of going, I love you, I care about you, I value you. So here, put this stick in your mouth and choke on it. Sorry, that made me laugh. Put this stick in your mouth and choke on it. Fill your lungs full of poison, fill your lungs full of pollution, increase your risk of heart disease and cancer, because that's how much I love you. I wouldn't dream of doing it. But I would do that, for some reason I did that to myself, because I believed that's all I was worthy of. That was all I deserved, was to be punished and abused because for some reason I was a bad person. So because I'd come to believe that I was just bad and unworthy and deserved to be punished and abused, I kept on smoking and smoking and smoking, and this eroded every last ounce of confidence that I was capable of using. I was very much aware of how badly I smelled as a result of smoking. I think the more you smoke, eventually you just tend to become immune to it, don't you? You don't even realise the smell. But, you know, I knew, even though I couldn't smell it day to day, I knew how much it stinked. I knew how badly it smelled. And I was very much aware of that. And I didn't want to approach people because I didn't want people going, "Ugh, God, you stink." And I was aware of the impact it was having on my appearance, how bad my skin was, how tired I looked all the time, what it was doing to my teeth. My teeth are still not great now. You know, that's smoking, that's excessive alcohol consumption, that is years of, you know, self-neglect as a result of depression. But they were even worse back then. I was very much aware of all this happening, and oh my goodness, just didn't want to interact with anyone, didn't want to put myself out there. Because I'm reinforcing, you know, all these things that people said about me, I was reinforcing as a result of smoking. Going, oh my goodness, I really am a big, ugly, smelly beast. I better not talk to anyone because they'll judge me harshly and criticize me and abuse me or whatever it may be. So I became very withdrawn and, you know, just shut myself off and didn't use my inner confidence. And I think that's an important thing that I've come to learn these days, is that confidence, all the confidence that we could ever need, is within us. There's nothing in a cigarette or in anything else for that matter which gives us confidence. It's already within every one of us. We just have to figure out how to use it and put it to work. You know, I think because I was becoming so withdrawn, I wasn't using my confidence, and therefore I forgot how to use it, and just everything became worse, and I was very isolated. And this really impacted on my mental health, as it would. Looking back on it, it does not surprise me at all that I've had such poor mental health over the years. If I've gone around for such a long time telling myself that I'm this big, ugly, smelly beast who shouldn't talk to people, and nobody will want to talk to you because you stink, so go and sit in the corner by yourself. If those are the kind of messages I'm giving to myself, absolutely it is no wonder that my mental health ended up in the toilet. And it was only when, you know, I allowed my mental health to reach some kind of rock bottom that I was able to do some really deep work on myself and come to realize, actually, hang on a minute, I am worthy. I do deserve to be treated kindly, with love and respect. I don't deserve to be abused and punished and choked on. I don't deserve for someone to say to me, here, put this stick in your mouth and choke on it. I want to laugh at that, but I'm being grown up, so I won't. But, you know, I deserve better than the way I was treating myself. And when I came to realize this, oh my goodness, it was a game changer for me. Because I started to believe, yes, you know, every time I try to quit smoking because I know it's bad for myself, I don't have to sabotage this quit attempt, because actually I deserve to be happy and free and healthy, and I'm capable of achieving this. I am. And so I quit smoking. And it wasn't the case that I extinguished my last cigarette and suddenly went, hurrah, here's my confidence. That didn't quite happen. It took a while, but it started to come back. You know, the thing with like smelling bad, I think it took me about 18 months before I realised I don't have to like shower in half a litre of Hugo Boss every time I leave the house, because I don't stink of cigarettes anymore. You know, Chris, put the deodorant down, you are fine. It took a while, but I started to realise, you know, there is no more evidence to say that I smell bad. So therefore I can approach that person knowing with absolute certainty that they might decide, Chris, I don't like your weird hair, or your accent, but they're not going to go, Chris, you smell. And that gave me the confidence to speak to someone. That went well, so now I can speak to someone else, and someone else, and someone else. I can talk to you. And I got this practice of using my own inner confidence, and it came back. And now today I still have moments where, you know, I can doubt myself. I'm not 100%, you know, come on Chris, I'm not a walking confidence machine. I don't go around all the time just being like, yeah, I'm the fucking shit. I just don't, right? But I have a lot more self-confidence these days. And I have a lot more self-worth and self-belief these days. Partly because I realised that nothing I ever believed about myself was true to begin with, but mainly that the more I go on this journey, the more I realise what I am capable of. Smoking for me was hard. The whole point of these videos, there's not been one single video where I've ever gone, quitting smoking is easy and you should find it easy. The main reason I'm here in the first place is because I didn't find it easy, but I did it anyway. And that's the point. Like, it might not be easy, but it's doable and it's worth it. Because I could quit smoking, which was so hard, I can now approach anything in my life that might be difficult for me and go, yeah, do you know what? Because I did that, I can do this too. And so can you. Without, you know, wanting to get too preachy, it is possible. It just is. It might be tough. It might not be tough. But even if it is, it's so worth it for the amazing differences it can make to our lives. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's made sense. I hope, you know, even if nothing else, it's just giving you something to think about. Thank you so much for watching. For more weekly videos like this and on other subjects, please do consider subscribing. I will do the quick shill for my book. It is called Quit Smoking and Be Happy, available in print and ebook form. And of course, for more advice, guidance, and just loving, awesome support from people who are also quitting smoking, consider joining our Facebook group. It is facebook.com/findingfreedom1. There's a wonderful community of people at all stages of their quit who are just there to help you and cheer you on, and I'll pop in from time to time too and say hello. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.